Collaboration is at the heart of everything I do. I definitely wouldn't be where I am right now with the project if it wasn't for it. You know, like I said, I feel quite confident in being able to make really nice sounding music and beats and stuff like that, and then working with other artists who bring their flavors and their backgrounds and their styles to my music with their melodies and lyrics is kind of at the heart of what I do. So yeah, it's a massive part. Hey guys, I'm ed-bluh, I'm from Chester, and this song's called The Way Things Were. It's one of the first songs I put out back in 2019. It features Isaac Waddington and Jay Alexander. I'd say I feel most comfortable when I'm making music, either sat at the guitar or keyboard or MPC, just making tunes, and again with just friends or meeting new artists, new writers. Ooh, self-expression. That's a good question. I don't know, to be honest. I think I put all my expression and creativity into music, so once I'm done with that, I'm just pretty useless. I grew up musically listening to a lot of guitar-based music. I was really into indie rock, that kind of stuff. And then when I went to university in Liverpool, just got into loads of different styles, met loads of friends who were really into R&B, soul, hip-hop, and just fell in love with all that kind of stuff. So that became the music that I made as ed-bluh, and yeah, that's kind of influenced what I make today. Going to music school was huge for me, not so much because of what I learned, but more so because of the people that I met. So I met a good friend and collaborator, Adi Suleiman there, who was kind of my avenue into the music industry. Jay Alexander, who's performing today, who's my live vocalist, met him there. Chris Paulusek, who masters all my stuff, I met him there. And a guy called Graham Hearden as well, who I first got into production with. We were in a production duo. So in terms of where I am today, it's been, yeah, absolutely instrumental. I wouldn't be where I am if I hadn't gone to music school that year. Yeah, I'm an artist producer, so I make all the music, and then I don't sing really. I sing a little bit on my stuff, but mostly have other people jump on my tracks, and they do a better job than me. I'm mainly a guitarist. I can dabble on keys, I can kind of get by. I've got a little keyboard that's about this big, that's kind of a good size for me. And yeah, I can play a bit of drums, but not really. I prefer to like program all my beats, so I can kind of play the MPC, which is like a drum machine. My production process varies really. You know, some stuff starts with a drum beat, sometimes it starts with a chord progression, sometimes an artist I'm with will have an idea, so it really varies. So I like to sort of keep things fresh by just mixing it up every time. I think a lot of producers and artists kind of have their own kind of circles that they work with, and that's one of the things I've really enjoyed about the project is a lot of the artists that I've worked with started doing live shows last year, and it's the first time a lot of the collaborators that I've worked with for years have met each other. So that was really nice, just like almost as much enjoyment out of that as much as the gig itself. You know, everyone just hanging out backstage and meeting each other, and you know, the kind of people I work with are so many amazing artists and singers and rappers, and no one's got any egos as well, so everyone's just super down to earth and just all great musicians and just good people. If I had to describe my happy place, I think there'd be two answers. One is a musical one, which is in my living room, which is where I've made all my music. I've got a home studio set up there, just making tunes with friends, making beats, and yeah, just writing songs. And my second happy place is actually in the same room, but it'd be with my wife on the sofa and our two cats. When I was younger and I first started gigging at the age of like 14 or whatever, I just fell in love instantly. And then over the last few years, I kind of stepped out of live music, started doing more production stuff. And then last year was kind of doing my first show with the ed-bluh project, was kind of the bringing together of those two worlds I absolutely loved. So being on stage, but performing my own music again was just, yeah, an absolute dream. I love working with kids. So yeah, I've always kind of, yeah, for about 10 years I've been teaching guitar, and you know, I love music, love guitar, and so to be able to kind of help someone getting into music or get into guitar, and to take someone who's got maybe no knowledge or necessarily no interest in music, to take them from that to someone who's like really passionate about playing guitar or just get some enjoyment out of it is definitely one of my passions. I think just taking everything as it comes and just seeing which way life's going to take you and just rolling with it. And that's kind of been my attitude since I left music school anyway. I've been on quite a journey, had a lot of different jobs, a lot of different avenues, and I think just embracing that and just rolling with it and just, you know, seeing what life's got in store for you.